Have you ever sat down to a warm, comforting meal and thought, I wish I could enjoy rice without worrying about my blood sugar? For many of us, rice has always been part of life's simple joys, from Sunday family dinners to holiday gatherings. But if you're living with diabetes or prediabetes, you may have been told to stay away from rice altogether. That advice can feel frustrating, especially when rice is such a staple in so many of our favorite dishes. The good news is, not all rice is created equal. In fact, some types of rice can actually help stabilize blood sugar rather than cause dangerous spikes. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which rice varieties can work with your body. Not against it. Let me tell you a quick story. John, a retired firefighter from Texas, told me that after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, he almost gave up on his beloved jambalaya. I can't enjoy the things I grew up eating, he said. But that's where most people get it wrong. The truth is, with the right knowledge, you don't have to give up the meals you love. You just have to choose smarter ingredients. When John discovered there were special types of rice that digested slower and had less impact on his blood sugar, he was shocked. I never knew rice could actually be good for me, he said. His story isn't unique, and I'm here to show you how you can enjoy rice too, without guilt or fear. We live in a world where type 2 diabetes is becoming more common than ever before. Our fast-paced, modern lifestyle, too much processed food, too little exercise has put many people at risk. But food can also be one of our strongest allies. You've probably heard the saying, let food be thy medicine, and in many ways, it's true. Choosing the right type of rice is one of the simplest, most powerful steps you can take to manage blood sugar naturally. You don't need to starve yourself or follow complicated diets, you just need to make better swaps. Think about this. Regular white rice has a high glycemic index, which means it breaks down quickly into sugar in your bloodstream. That's why you might feel a quick burst of energy after eating it, followed by a crash. For someone with diabetes, that roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes is dangerous. But here's the exciting part. Certain varieties of rice are naturally packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that slow digestion and keep your blood sugar stable. This means you can enjoy a satisfying meal without the fear of your numbers shooting through the roof. In this video, we'll explore 6 amazing types of rice that are not only safe for diabetics but can also bring real health benefits. Some of these are ancient grains with rich histories, while others are simple, everyday options you can find in most grocery stores across the US. I'll share what makes each one special, how to cook them for maximum flavor and nutrition, and even a few quick recipe ideas you can try at home. By the end, you'll know exactly which rice to add to your shopping list. I know what you might be thinking. Can rice really make that much of a difference? Absolutely. Take black rice, for example, often called forbidden rice, because it was once reserved for royalty. Not only does it look beautiful on your plate, but it's also loaded with antioxidants that fight inflammation and protect your cells. Or consider red rice, a staple in some southern fusion dishes, which is rich in natural compounds that support heart health. These are the kinds of discoveries that make healthy eating feel exciting rather than restrictive. One of the most common struggles I hear from people over 50 is that their metabolism slows down, and they feel tired after meals. This is often due to blood sugar fluctuations. Eating the wrong kind of rice can make this worse. But when you choose a high fiber, low glycemic option like brown basmati or wild rice, your body gets a steady release of energy instead of that sudden spike and crash. Imagine finishing dinner and still feeling light, energized, and ready to take a walk. That's the power of choosing the right foods. And here's a tip I share with all my friends and family when you're cooking rice. It's not just the type of grain that matters, but how you prepare it. For example, soaking whole grain rice before cooking can make it easier to digest and help preserve more nutrients. Adding herbs, spices, or a homemade broth instead of plain water can boost flavor without adding unhealthy fats or sugars. It's these small changes that turn an ordinary side dish into a meal that heals. If you've ever felt confused by all the diet advice out there, don't eat carbs. Avoid this. Cut out that, you're not alone. But I want you to know that carbohydrates, when chosen wisely, are not your enemy. In fact, your body needs healthy carbs to function properly. The key is understanding which carbs work for you, especially if you're managing diabetes. The 6 rice varieties we'll talk about today are not just healthy, they're delicious and versatile. Whether you love savory dishes like chicken and vegetable stir-fries or sweet treats like rice pudding, there's an option here for you. I'll also be giving you practical tips on how to pair these rice types with other diabetes-friendly foods. For example, combining rice with lean proteins like grilled chicken or salmon, and healthy fats like avocado or olive oil, can help keep your blood sugar stable. It's all about balance, and when you learn to create balanced meals, eating healthy becomes something you look forward to, not something you dread. Before we dive into the list, I have something special for you. I've put together a free digital recipe book filled with easy, tasty meals designed specifically for people managing diabetes. From hearty lunches to satisfying dinners, each recipe is crafted to keep your blood sugar steady and your taste buds happy. These are meals you'll be proud to serve your family, and they won't even realize they're healthy because the flavors are so good. I'll tell you how to get your copy in just a moment. But first, let's set the stage. Picture this: you're at your kitchen counter, cooking up a beautiful pot of aromatic basmati rice. The smell fills the air, and you know that every spoonful is nourishing your body and helping you stay in control of your health. This isn't just about eating rice, it's about reclaiming the joy of food while protecting your long-term wellness. So, are you ready to discover the 6 best types of rice that can help you manage diabetes naturally? Trust me, you'll be surprised by some of the options, and you might even find a new favorite grain that becomes a regular on your table. Grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's get started on this delicious journey to better health. When people think of diabetes, rice is often the first food they believe they need to avoid entirely. For decades, white rice has been labeled as the enemy of stable blood sugar, mainly because of its high glycemic index. This means it can cause blood sugar to spike quickly, a serious issue for anyone managing type 2 diabetes. But here's the real truth: it's not about avoiding rice altogether, but about understanding which varieties work for your body rather than against it. Let's start with the basics. The glycemic index, GI, is a scale that measures how fast a particular carbohydrate raises blood sugar levels. Foods with a high GI, like regular white rice or sugary snacks, cause a quick spike in glucose levels, leading to an equally quick crash. On the other hand, low to moderate GI foods release glucose more gradually, providing sustained energy and reducing stress on your pancreas. Some rice varieties naturally have a lower GI due to their structure, fiber content, and nutrient density. Think of rice as a family of grains, not a single type. Just like we have different kinds of apples, Granny Smith, Honeycrisp, Gala, each with unique flavors and health properties, rice also comes in many forms. Brown rice, red rice, wild rice, black rice, and others each have their own nutritional profiles. Some are rich in antioxidants, while others are high in fiber and slow-digesting starches that can actually support better blood sugar control. Imagine talking to someone like Linda, a 62-year-old grandmother from Florida who loves making homemade chicken and rice soup for her grandkids. When she found out she had prediabetes, she thought she had to stop making her favorite family dish. But after learning about brown basmati and wild rice, which are both diabetes-friendly, she realized she didn't have to give up her traditions. Instead, she could make small, Smart swaps, and her grandkids didn't even notice the difference because the flavor was so good. The key is balance. Rice by itself is rarely the problem. It's often how it's prepared and what it's served with. Pairing rice with lean protein like chicken, turkey, or fish and adding healthy fats from avocado or olive oil can significantly slow down the rate at which glucose enters your bloodstream. This combination makes for a balanced, satisfying meal that supports blood sugar stability. It's also worth noting that portion control plays a major role. Even the healthiest rice can cause issues if you eat large amounts. A simple tip I give my friends is to start with 1/2 cup of cooked rice per meal, paired with twice as many vegetables and a source of protein. This creates a plate that is colorful, filling, and nutrient-packed without overwhelming your body with carbs. Cooking methods also matter. Did you know that simply cooling cooked rice and reheating it can lower its glycemic index? This process, called starch retrogradation, increases the amount of resistant starch in the rice. Resistant starch acts more like fiber in the body, meaning it doesn't spike blood sugar as quickly. This is a trick I recommend to anyone looking for a healthier way to enjoy rice leftovers. In this video, we'll explore 6 types of rice that are perfect for people with diabetes. We'll go over their unique benefits, how to prepare them, and delicious meal ideas you can try at home. Whether you're craving something creamy like risotto, a colorful side dish like red rice salad, or a hearty grain bowl with wild rice, there's a diabetes-friendly option for you. But before we get into the list, remember this: the goal isn't to fear food, but to understand it. Rice has been part of cultures around the world for centuries, from the gumbo pots of New Orleans to the sushi rolls of California. Instead of cutting it out, we can embrace varieties that not only taste amazing but also support our health goals. By the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly which types of rice to add to your pantry and how to cook them in ways that keep your blood sugar balanced. The journey to better health doesn't require giving up the foods you love. It simply asks for a shift in perspective. And when you choose the right kinds of rice, you'll realize that managing diabetes can still mean enjoying your favorite meals, just with a smarter twist. Have you ever noticed how you feel after eating a big bowl of white rice? At first, you might feel satisfied, maybe even a quick boost of energy. But within an hour or two, you're hungry again, sometimes even more tired than before. This energy crash happens because regular white rice has a high glycemic index, GI. Simply put, your body breaks it down into sugar very quickly, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar levels. For people with diabetes or prediabetes, this sudden spike is like adding fuel to a fire. Let's take a closer look at why this happens. White rice is polished during processing, which removes the bran and germ layers, the parts of the grain that contain fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What's left is mostly simple starch that turns into glucose almost as soon as it hits your digestive system. Without fiber to slow it down, white rice acts like a fast-burning fuel that your body struggles to handle. I remember speaking with Robert, a retired bus driver from Ohio, who told me he used to eat white rice with nearly every meal. "It's quick and easy," he said, "but I couldn't understand why I felt so tired after eating it." Once Robert switched to a fiber-rich option like brown jasmine rice, he noticed a difference almost immediately. His blood sugar readings stabilized, and he didn't get those post-meal crashes anymore. This simple swap changed the way he looked at his diet. Another issue with white rice is its low satiety factor. Because it digests so quickly, it doesn't keep you full for long. This often leads to overeating, a problem for anyone trying to maintain a healthy weight or manage diabetes. High-fiber rice varieties, on the other hand, digest more slowly, keeping you satisfied for hours. Imagine eating a hearty meal with red rice and roasted vegetables, feeling full but not sluggish. That's the difference the right rice can make. It's also worth noting that blood sugar spikes don't just affect your energy levels. Over time, frequent spikes can lead to insulin resistance, a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. That's why choosing rice with a lower glycemic index can be a game changer. For example, brown basmati rice has a GI of around 50, compared to white rice, which is often in the 70 to 80 range. That's a significant difference for your body. But what if you can't find these healthier rice varieties in your local store? The good news is that simple cooking techniques can lower the GI of regular rice. One trick is to cook your rice. Let it cool in the fridge for 12 hours, and then reheat it before serving. This cooling process increases the resistant starch, which your body digests more like fiber than sugar. Another tip is to pair rice with high-protein and high-fat foods, like grilled salmon or a lean turkey stir-fry. These slow the absorption of glucose, preventing those sharp spikes. Here's something I always tell my friends. Diabetes management isn't about strict rules or giving up everything you love. It's about making better choices. If you love rice, you don't have to eliminate it. You just have to be mindful of the type and the portion. A half cup of cooked black rice or wild rice, paired with leafy greens and a source of protein, is far healthier than a big bowl of plain white rice. And let's not forget flavor. People often assume that healthy rice will taste bland or boring. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Think about the nutty, slightly chewy texture of wild rice or the aromatic fragrance of basmati rice simmering with bay leaves and cinnamon. Not only are these options better for your health, but they're also full of character and depth. In the next section, we'll dive into 6 diabetes-friendly rice varieties. Starting with whole arborio rice, a creamy, fiber-rich grain that's perfect for risotto lovers. If you've ever thought healthy eating meant sacrificing taste, this is going to change your mind. When it comes to managing blood sugar, choosing the right type of rice can make all the difference. Most people assume that all rice is bad for diabetics, but that's not true. In fact, there are certain rice varieties that digest slowly, release sugar gradually, and are packed with nutrients that support overall health. These diabetes-friendly options allow you to enjoy your favorite rice dishes without the fear of dangerous spikes in blood glucose. Let's think of rice like a toolbox. Just as every tool has its specific purpose, each type of rice offers unique health benefits. Some are rich in antioxidants that fight inflammation, while others provide essential minerals and vitamins to support bone health, brain function, and energy production. The key is to pick the right tool for the job, or in this case, the right rice for your plate. Here's a quick glimpse of the 6 rice varieties we'll explore in detail. Whole arborio rice, creamy and fiber-rich, perfect for risotto and comforting dishes. Red rice, vibrant and loaded with anthocyanins, natural compounds that promote heart health and help regulate blood sugar. Black rice, forbidden rice, a nutrient powerhouse filled with antioxidants and iron. Basmati rice, aromatic with a naturally low glycemic index, making it ideal for diabetics. Wild rice, not technically rice, but seeds of a watergrass, high in protein and fiber. Whole jasmine rice, fragrant and mild, packed with fiber and manganese for stable energy. These aren't exotic ingredients you'll struggle to find. Most of them are available in large grocery stores, health food shops, or online retailers like Amazon. Some may even be more affordable than you think, especially when bought in bulk. And the best part? You don't have to compromise on taste. Imagine sitting down to a warm, creamy mushroom risotto made with whole arborio rice. The texture is silky and satisfying. But unlike traditional white arborio, this version keeps the grain's outer layers, which are rich in fiber and essential nutrients. The result? A dish that's just as delicious, but far better for your blood sugar levels. Or picture a fresh summer salad featuring red rice, cherry tomatoes, avocado, and grilled chicken. The nutty flavor and slightly chewy texture of the red rice make the dish feel gourmet, while its high fiber content helps slow down the absorption of carbs. Meals like these prove that eating for diabetes management doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or creativity. A good way to think about these rice varieties is as slow-energy foods. Unlike white rice, which is digested almost instantly, these whole grain options release sugar gradually. This means you'll feel full for longer, stay energized, and avoid the roller coaster of highs and crashes that often come with eating refined carbs. It's also worth noting that these rice types are naturally rich in nutrients that support more than just blood sugar. For example, black rice is packed with anthocyanins, the same antioxidants found in blueberries, which protect your cells from oxidative stress. Wild rice is loaded with protein, making it an excellent choice for vegetarians or anyone who wants to feel fuller without overloading on carbs. Jasmine rice provides manganese, a mineral essential for bone health and metabolism. One of the best tips for anyone managing diabetes is to experiment with these varieties and find which ones suit your personal taste. For instance, some people love the earthy, nutty flavor of wild rice, while others prefer the subtle sweetness of jasmine. By rotating between these options, you not only keep your meals interesting but also ensure you're getting a wide range of nutrients. I often tell my patients and friends, don't let your diet feel like a punishment. If you learn how to cook these rice types properly, you'll look forward to mealtime. Try adding vegetable broth, spices like turmeric or cumin, or even tossing in roasted vegetables to create dishes that are both healthy and comforting. In the following sections, we'll explore each of these 6 rice types in detail. You'll learn their unique benefits, how to cook them for maximum health value, and simple recipe ideas that make them easy to incorporate into your daily meals. Up first, let's talk about a classic favorite with a healthy twist, whole arborio rice. Have you ever enjoyed a warm, creamy risotto on a chilly evening? That's the magic of arborio rice. Most of us know arborio as the star of Italian risotto, with its soft, creamy texture that almost melts in your mouth. But here's something you may not know: whole arborio rice, the unpolished, whole grain version, isn't just delicious, it's also a surprisingly good choice for people managing diabetes. The key difference lies in the processing. Traditional white arborio rice is milled to remove the outer bran layer, which also removes most of the fiber and nutrients. Whole arborio rice, on the other hand, retains its bran and germ layers, making it rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This added fiber slows down the digestion of carbohydrates, which means your blood sugar won't spike as quickly after eating it. Think of fiber like a traffic controller for sugar in your body. It keeps things moving at a steady, safe pace rather than all at once. What makes whole arborio special? Whole arborio rice is known for its naturally creamy texture. When cooked, the outer layers soften but don't fully dissolve, creating that classic risotto creaminess without needing heavy cream or butter. It's a win-win: a luxurious texture and healthier nutritional profile. It's also a great source of B vitamins like thiamine and niacin, which support your nervous system and energy metabolism. Additionally, it provides essential minerals like magnesium and phosphorus, both crucial for bone strength and overall vitality. For diabetics, these nutrients aren't just nice to have, they're essential. Magnesium, for example, plays an important role in insulin sensitivity. A diet low in magnesium can make it harder for your body to manage blood sugar levels. Adding whole arborio rice to your meals gives you both flavor and a natural boost of these health-protecting elements. How to cook whole arborio rice for maximum health benefits. One of the best tips I can give you is to soak the rice for at least 2 to 3 hours before cooking. This shortens the cooking time, makes the rice easier to digest, and helps preserve its nutrients. When it's time to cook, You can enhance its flavor by using homemade vegetable broth instead of plain water. A simple broth made from carrots, celery, onions, and herbs transforms the rice into a dish that tastes like something straight out of a gourmet kitchen, but with zero guilt. If you want to try something new, make a mushroom and spinach risotto using whole arborio rice. Sauté a handful of mushrooms and garlic in olive oil. Add the soaked rice, and then slowly stir in warm vegetable broth until it's creamy. Finish with a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese for a dish that's both comforting and diabetes-friendly. Another fun twist is using whole arborio rice for dessert. Yes, dessert. A cinnamon rice pudding made with almond milk, a dash of vanilla, and a natural sweetener like stevia can be a perfect treat without spiking your blood sugar. Why this rice is perfect for diabetics. The biggest advantage of whole arborio rice is its fiber content. Fiber acts as a buffer, slowing down how fast glucose enters your bloodstream. For someone like James, a 65-year-old retired chef from Louisiana, this was a game changer. I thought I'd never enjoy risotto again, he told me. But switching to whole arborio let me bring my favorite dish back to the table, and my blood sugar readings have been better ever since. Plus, arborio rice is naturally satisfying. You won't feel the need to eat a large portion to feel full. Pair it with lean proteins like grilled chicken or salmon, and you've got a balanced meal that's both delicious and diabetes-friendly. A culinary trip without leaving home. One thing I love about arborio rice is the sense of tradition it carries. When you cook it, you're connecting to centuries-old Italian culinary practices. Farmers in northern Italy have grown arborio rice for generations, perfecting its creamy texture and unique flavor. Eating it is like taking a trip to the countryside of Piedmont, but without hopping on a plane. Final tips. To get the most out of whole arborio rice, remember these simple tips. Soak before cooking. It reduces cooking time and makes it easier to digest. Use flavorful broth, enhances taste without unhealthy additives. Stick to moderate portions. About half a cup of cooked rice per meal is ideal. Experiment with add-ins. Herbs like thyme or spices like turmeric add flavor and health benefits. If you've been missing creamy dishes due to diabetes, whole arborio rice is your ticket back to comfort food. It's healthy, versatile, and absolutely satisfying. Up next, we'll explore red rice. Another stunning option that's not only beautiful on your plate but also a powerhouse for controlling blood sugar and supporting heart health. If you've never tried red rice, you're in for a treat, both for your taste buds and your health. This beautiful grain, with its deep reddish-brown hue, isn't just eye-catching on the plate, it's loaded with antioxidants, fiber, and essential nutrients that make it one of the best rice choices for people with diabetes. Its natural color comes from anthocyanins, the same powerful antioxidants found in blueberries and cranberries. These compounds not only give red rice its vibrant look but also help fight inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, and support heart health. Why red rice is great for blood sugar control. One of the standout qualities of red rice is its high fiber content. Fiber slows down the absorption of carbohydrates, which helps keep blood sugar levels stable after a meal. Imagine your bloodstream as a highway. White rice is like a flood of traffic entering all at once, causing a jam. Red rice, on the other hand, releases its cars slowly, allowing traffic to flow smoothly without overwhelming your system. This slower digestion process is especially important for people managing type 2 diabetes. Another advantage of red rice is its ability to keep you feeling full longer. Many of my friends over 60 complain about being hungry shortly after eating, especially when they have meals heavy in refined carbs. By switching to red rice, you get a satisfying meal that keeps you full for hours, reducing the temptation to snack on unhealthy foods between meals. Nutritional benefits beyond blood sugar. Red rice is more than just a diabetic-friendly grain. It's packed with nutrients like magnesium, which is crucial for muscle function and heart health, and iron, which helps with energy production. Its antioxidant anthocyanins help protect the body from free radical damage, lowering the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease. For seniors, these benefits are particularly important, as they contribute to maintaining overall health and energy levels. How to cook and enjoy red rice. Cooking red rice is simple, though it does take a bit more time than white rice, because it's less processed. The grains are denser and require a longer cooking period. A helpful tip is to soak the rice for 2 to 3 hours before cooking to soften the grains and cut down on cooking time. When cooking, use a 2-to-1 ratio of water to rice, and let it simmer until the grains are tender and slightly chewy. For a delicious and balanced meal, try making a red rice and roasted vegetable bowl. Toss seasonal veggies like carrots, zucchini, and bell peppers with olive oil, garlic, and a pinch of sea salt. Roast them in the oven until golden. Then serve them over a bed of warm red rice. Add some grilled chicken or salmon on top, and you have a complete, nutritious meal that looks as good as it tastes. Another popular way to enjoy red rice is in cold salads. Imagine a refreshing summer salad with red rice, avocado, cherry tomatoes, black beans, and a squeeze of lime. It's colorful, filling, and packed with fiber and healthy fats, all of which help keep your blood sugar steady. Heart health and red rice. For those concerned about cholesterol levels, red rice is a true ally. Research suggests that the bioactive compounds in red rice can help reduce LDL, bad cholesterol, and improve cardiovascular health. This makes it a double win for people with diabetes, who are often at increased risk of heart disease. Eating red rice regularly can be part of a long-term plan to support both blood sugar and heart health. A story of change. I recently spoke to Mary, a 58-year-old teacher from California, who shared how switching to red rice made a huge difference in her life. I was hesitant at first because I thought healthy foods would taste bland. She said, "But red rice has this nutty, earthy flavor that's just amazing. I use it in everything from soups to stir-fries. Plus, my doctor noticed my blood sugar numbers improving after just a few weeks of making the switch." Tips to get started. If you're new to red rice, start by swapping it in for white rice in your favorite recipes. Use it in stir-fries, grain bowls, or even mix it with wild rice for added texture and color. Keep in mind that red rice has a slightly chewy texture, which makes it perfect for hearty dishes. Don't be afraid to experiment with spices like turmeric or cumin, which not only add flavor but also offer additional anti-inflammatory benefits. Final thoughts on red rice. Red rice isn't just a healthy choice, it's a flavorful, versatile ingredient that can transform ordinary meals into vibrant, nutrient-packed dishes. With its combination of fiber, antioxidants, and minerals, it supports better blood sugar control, heart health, and overall wellness. If you've been looking for a way to make your meals healthier without sacrificing taste, red rice is a fantastic place to start. In the next section, we'll explore black rice, also known as forbidden rice, once reserved for royalty. This dark, nutrient-rich grain is another diabetes-friendly option you'll want to add to your pantry. Black rice, often called forbidden rice, is as fascinating as it is nutritious. Historically, it was reserved for royalty in ancient China because of its rarity and powerful health benefits. Today, this dark, almost purple grain is no longer forbidden, and it's making a strong comeback as one of the healthiest rice varieties available. For people managing diabetes, black rice is nothing short of a superfood. It's packed with fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients that make it an excellent choice for stable blood sugar levels and overall wellness. Why black rice is a game changer for diabetes. The deep, Dark color of black rice isn't just for show. It comes from a high concentration of anthocyanins, the same antioxidants found in blueberries and blackberries. These antioxidants protect your body from oxidative stress, which can lead to inflammation and damage to your cells over time. For diabetics, reducing inflammation is crucial, as it helps improve insulin sensitivity and lowers the risk of complications. Black rice also has a moderate glycemic index, meaning it digests more slowly than white rice. This slow release of glucose into the bloodstream helps prevent the rapid spikes and crashes that can be harmful for blood sugar management. Imagine it like this: instead of pouring sugar into your system all at once, black rice acts like a steady stream, giving your body time to process it without stress. Nutritional profile of black rice. Besides being rich in antioxidants, black rice is also a good source of plant-based protein and iron. Iron is essential for maintaining energy levels and preventing anemia, something many people over 50 need to keep an eye on. It's also high in fiber, which supports digestive health, keeps you fuller for longer, and helps stabilize blood sugar. Just 1 cup of cooked black rice offers more fiber and protein than most common rice varieties, making it a powerhouse for anyone looking to eat healthier. The flavor and texture. If you've never tried black rice before, you'll be pleasantly surprised. It has a nutty flavor with a subtle sweetness, and its texture is slightly chewy, giving your dishes more character. It's versatile, too. You can use it in savory meals like stir-fries, grain bowls, and even soups. Or get creative and make a black rice pudding with coconut milk for a healthy dessert. How to cook black rice. Cooking black rice is simple, though it does take a bit longer than white rice due to its thicker bran layer. I recommend soaking it for a few hours before cooking to reduce the cooking time. Use a 2-to-1 water to rice ratio, and simmer until the grains are tender but slightly chewy, usually around 30 to 40 minutes. If you want to elevate the flavor, add a clove of garlic or a piece of fresh ginger to the cooking water. This small touch makes a world of difference. A meal idea you'll love. One of my favorite ways to enjoy black rice is in a roasted pumpkin and walnut black rice salad. The sweetness of the roasted pumpkin pairs beautifully with the earthy flavor of black rice, while the walnuts add a satisfying crunch and healthy fats. Drizzle with a simple olive oil and lemon dressing, and you have a dish that's both diabetes-friendly and gourmet. The heart-healthy bonus. Black rice doesn't just help with blood sugar, it's also a heart-healthy grain. The anthocyanins present in black rice are known to improve cholesterol levels by reducing LDL, bad cholesterol, and increasing HDL, good cholesterol. For older adults, this is a major benefit, as heart health often becomes a top priority after 50. A story to inspire you. I recall a conversation with George, a 67-year-old retired Navy officer from Virginia. George loved rice but was told by his doctor to cut back due to his blood sugar. I felt like I was losing a part of my meals, he said. Then he discovered black rice. Not only did it allow him to enjoy rice again, but he also found that his energy levels improved. I never thought I'd be eating a rice that's good for my heart and my blood sugar at the same time, he shared. George's story is proof that small changes, like switching to black rice, can have a big impact. Tips for incorporating black rice into your diet. Start small. Replace half of your white rice with black rice in your usual dishes. Experiment with salads. Black rice works beautifully in cold grain salads mixed with vegetables and a light dressing. Make a healthy dessert. Try black rice pudding made with almond or coconut milk, cinnamon, and a natural sweetener like stevia. Batch cook. Cook a large pot of black rice at the start of the week and use it in various meals, from stir-fries to wraps. Final thoughts on black rice. Black rice truly earns its title as a forbidden grain, not because you can't have it, but because it's so packed with benefits that it feels like a secret weapon for health. For anyone managing diabetes, this grain offers the perfect combination of slow digesting carbs, rich nutrients, and delicious flavor. Once you try it, you might find yourself reaching for it more often than your old rice varieties. Up next, we'll take a trip to the aromatic world of basmati rice, a fragrant, flavorful grain that's surprisingly gentle on blood sugar levels. If you've ever walked into an Indian restaurant and smelled that irresistible aroma of fragrant rice, you've likely encountered basmati rice. Known for its long, slender grains and delicate, nutty fragrance, basmati rice isn't just delicious, it's also one of the best rice options for people managing diabetes. Especially when you choose the whole grain variety, brown basmati. Its low glycemic index and rich nutrient profile make it a healthier choice compared to regular white rice. Why basmati rice is a smart choice for diabetes. Unlike white rice, basmati rice has a slower impact on blood sugar. This is largely due to its unique starch structure and higher fiber content. Especially in the brown variety. The glycemic index, GI, of brown basmati rice is around 50 to 55. Which is significantly lower than that of white rice, which often ranges from 70 to 80. This means that when you eat basmati rice, your blood sugar rises gradually instead of spiking sharply. For someone with diabetes, this can make a world of difference in energy stability and long-term health. Another reason basmati rice is considered diabetes-friendly is its ability to keep you feeling full longer. The combination of fiber and slow-releasing carbs gives you sustained energy, helping to avoid those mid-afternoon crashes or constant snacking. Imagine enjoying a plate of chicken curry with brown basmati rice and feeling satisfied for hours, without the sluggishness that often follows a heavy carb meal. The nutritional perks of basmati rice. Basmati rice is not just about its fragrance and flavor. It's rich in essential vitamins and minerals, including B vitamins like thiamine and niacin, which support brain function and energy production. Brown basmati also contains magnesium, which is known to help with insulin sensitivity and muscle function. For older adults, magnesium can play a vital role in reducing the risk of complications associated with type 2 diabetes. Additionally, basmati rice has a lower arsenic content compared to many other rice varieties, making it a safer long-term option, especially for those who eat rice regularly. Cooking basmati for best results. Cooking basmati rice is surprisingly simple, but a few extra steps can elevate it from good to great. First, rinse the rice thoroughly to remove excess starch, which helps keep the grains light and fluffy. If you have time, soak the rice for 30 minutes before cooking. This not only shortens the cooking time but also enhances its aroma and texture. For flavor, try adding a cinnamon stick, bay leaf, or a couple of cardamom pods to the cooking water. These simple additions infuse the rice with a subtle fragrance that pairs perfectly with curries, grilled meats, or roasted vegetables. Recipe idea: chicken and veggie basmati bowl. Here's a simple yet satisfying meal idea. Cook brown basmati rice and top it with grilled chicken breast, steamed broccoli, and a drizzle of olive oil mixed with fresh lemon juice. Add a sprinkle of turmeric and black pepper for both flavor and anti-inflammatory benefits. This dish isn't just healthy, it's colorful, filling, and loaded with nutrients that support balanced blood sugar. The flavor advantage. One of the reasons I recommend basmati rice to so many people is its versatility. Whether you're making a classic Indian biryani, a simple side dish, or even a creative rice-based dessert with coconut milk and fresh mango, basmati rice adapts beautifully. Its light, non-sticky texture makes it perfect for pairing with flavorful sauces and stews without becoming heavy. A story to inspire you. Take Carol, a 63-year-old retired nurse from Texas. She used to avoid rice completely because her blood sugar would spike every time she had white rice. After learning about basmati, she decided to give it a try. The first time I made brown basmati with a turkey curry. I couldn't believe how good I felt afterward. Carol told me. It didn't leave me tired or bloated. And my glucose numbers stayed steady. Now, I eat it at least twice a week. Tips for using basmati rice in your diet. Start with brown basmati. It's the healthiest version with the most fiber. Keep portions moderate. Half a cup of cooked rice per meal is plenty. Mix with veggies. Create a rice and veggie medley for extra fiber and nutrients. Use leftovers wisely. Cold basmati rice, when reheated, has more resistant starch, which is better for blood sugar. Final thoughts on basmati rice. Basmati rice proves that you don't have to give up your favorite foods to maintain healthy blood sugar. With its rich aroma, light texture, and low glycemic index, it's a perfect choice for anyone who wants to enjoy rice without worry. By pairing it with lean proteins, vegetables, and healthy fats, you can create satisfying meals that keep you energized and healthy. In the next section, we'll dive into wild rice, a unique grain that's technically not rice at all, but it's one of the most powerful diabetes-friendly options you can add to your table. Wild rice is often mistaken for regular rice. But here's an interesting fact: it's not technically rice at all. Wild rice is actually the seed of a watergrass native to North America, particularly the Great Lakes region. For centuries, it was a staple food for indigenous tribes who valued it not only for its rich, earthy flavor but also for its powerful health benefits. Today, wild rice is recognized as one of the most nutrient-dense grains you can add to your diet, and it's particularly helpful for people managing diabetes. Why wild rice is perfect for blood sugar control. Wild rice has a naturally low glycemic index, which means it releases glucose into the bloodstream slowly, helping you maintain steady blood sugar levels. One of its standout qualities is its high protein content, much higher than most other rice varieties. Protein, along with its impressive fiber content, helps slow digestion, preventing those sudden sugar spikes that can be harmful for people with diabetes. Imagine your meal as a marathon instead of a sprint. White rice acts like a quick burst of energy that fizzles out fast, leaving you hungry and tired. Wild rice, on the other hand, fuels your body slowly and steadily, keeping you full and energized for hours. This makes it an excellent base for hearty, balanced meals. Nutritional profile of wild rice. Wild rice is packed with antioxidants, essential amino acids, and minerals such as magnesium, zinc, and phosphorus. These nutrients support everything from muscle recovery to immune function. Its dark brown to black color is a sign of its high antioxidant content, which helps combat inflammation, a key issue for people with type 2 diabetes. What's more, wild rice is naturally gluten-free and low in fat, making it suitable for nearly any diet plan. For seniors, its combination of protein and fiber is particularly beneficial, as it promotes satiety, maintains lean muscle mass, and supports healthy digestion. How to cook wild rice. Wild rice does take a bit longer to cook than white or even brown rice, but the result is worth every minute. A simple method is to rinse the grains thoroughly. Then simmer them in plenty of water, about 3 to 4 cups of water for every 1 cup of wild rice. It usually takes 40 to 45 minutes for the grains to become tender and slightly split open. If you want to speed things up, soak the rice for 6 to 8 hours before cooking. For added flavor, try cooking wild rice in a homemade chicken or vegetable broth with herbs like thyme or bay leaves. This infuses the grains with a rich, savory taste that pairs well with proteins like grilled fish, chicken, or even roasted turkey. Meal ideas with wild rice. One of my favorite recipes is a wild rice and mushroom soup. It's a comforting, hearty dish that's perfect for cooler evenings. Simply sauté onions, celery, and carrots in olive oil. Add sliced mushrooms. Then stir in your cooked wild rice and broth. Season with garlic, thyme, and a touch of black pepper. Not only is this dish satisfying, but it's also packed with nutrients that help balance blood sugar and boost immunity. Another great option is a wild rice and salmon bowl. Combine wild rice with steamed broccoli, grilled salmon, and a light drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice. This combination of healthy fats, lean protein, and slow-digesting carbs creates a balanced meal that's both heart-healthy and diabetes-friendly. Why wild rice stands out? Compared to regular white rice, wild rice offers nearly double the protein and fiber. This means you can enjoy a smaller portion and still feel full, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight. For people like Steve, a 60-year-old retired veteran from Minnesota, this has been life-changing. I used to feel hungry after just an hour or two. But now, with wild rice, I stay satisfied and energized. Steve shared, "It's a game changer for my blood sugar and my waistline." Tips for incorporating wild rice. Use it in place of white rice for grain bowls, casseroles, or side dishes. Mix it with other whole grains like quinoa or barley for added texture and nutrients. Batch cook a big pot on Sunday. Then use it throughout the week for quick, healthy meals. Try wild rice in salads with spinach, cranberries, nuts, and a light vinaigrette. Final thoughts on wild rice. Wild rice isn't just another grain, it's a nutritional powerhouse that supports better blood sugar control, heart health, and digestive wellness. Its nutty flavor and chewy texture make it versatile enough for both savory and slightly sweet dishes. For anyone looking to add variety and health benefits to their meals, wild rice is a must-have in the pantry. Up next, we'll dive into whole jasmine rice, a fragrant and gentle option that balances flavor and nutrition, perfect for anyone who loves the comforting aroma of freshly cooked rice but wants a healthier twist. When you think of jasmine rice, you might immediately recall its warm, floral aroma filling the kitchen, especially when paired with classic Asian dishes like Thai curries or stir-fries. Known for its soft texture and delicate sweetness, jasmine rice is a favorite in many homes. But what if I told you that whole grain jasmine rice, brown jasmine, can actually be a smart choice for people managing diabetes? The secret lies in its fiber content and how it digests compared to traditional white rice. Why whole jasmine rice works for blood sugar. Like all whole grain rice varieties, brown jasmine rice retains its outer bran layer, which is rich in fiber and nutrients. This fiber acts like a speed bump, slowing the breakdown of carbohydrates into sugar. As a result, the glucose enters your bloodstream at a much steadier pace, reducing the risk of sudden spikes and crashes. For anyone trying to control blood sugar levels, this slow release is essential. Brown jasmine rice also has a medium glycemic index, lower than white jasmine, making it far better for blood sugar control. Pair it with lean proteins like grilled chicken or salmon and a mix of non-starchy vegetables, and you've got a perfectly balanced, diabetes-friendly meal. Nutritional benefits beyond blood sugar. Whole jasmine rice is more than just a carbohydrate source. It contains manganese, which is important for bone strength and metabolism. It also has small amounts of iron, magnesium, and B vitamins that support energy production and overall health. For older adults, who often need nutrient-dense foods to maintain strength and vitality, these benefits make brown jasmine rice an excellent pantry staple. Cooking whole jasmine rice for maximum flavor. One of the reasons jasmine rice is so beloved is its natural aroma, which comes from a compound called 2-acetyl-1-pyrroline. When cooking whole jasmine rice, you can enhance this fragrance even more by adding a small piece of fresh ginger or a bay leaf to the pot. Start by rinsing the rice to remove excess starch. Use a 1.5:1 water-to-rice ratio for a fluffy texture. Simmer gently and let it rest after cooking to allow the grains to absorb the remaining steam. Meal ideas with jasmine rice. A classic way to enjoy jasmine rice is with a vegetable curry. Picture a warm bowl of creamy coconut curry, filled with zucchini, bell peppers, and tender chicken, all served over a bed of fragrant brown jasmine rice. This combination isn't just comforting, it's also a balanced meal that's high in fiber, healthy fats, and protein. For a lighter option, try a jasmine rice salad. Mix the cooked rice with chopped cucumbers, fresh herbs like cilantro or mint, and a squeeze of lime juice. Add a handful of roasted peanuts for crunch and healthy fats. It's refreshing, filling, and perfect for a summer lunch. A story that might inspire you. Susan, a 61-year-old yoga instructor from Colorado, once shared how switching to whole jasmine rice changed her meal prep routine. "I used to feel heavy after eating white rice with my stir fries," she told me. "But when I swapped it for brown jasmine, I noticed not only better digestion but also more stable energy throughout the day. It still has that lovely aroma I love, but now I know it's good for me too." Tips to make jasmine rice even healthier. Cook with bone broth or vegetable broth instead of plain water to boost flavor and add extra nutrients. Portion wisely. Stick to half a cup of cooked rice and load up on vegetables to create a filling plate. Use herbs and spices like turmeric, garlic, or lemongrass to add flavor without extra calories or sugar. Make a rice and bean combo. Adding black beans or chickpeas increases protein and fiber content, which further stabilizes blood sugar. Why jasmine rice stands out. Unlike some heavier whole grain rice varieties, jasmine rice has a naturally light texture that pairs well with both savory and mildly sweet dishes. You can even make a diabetic-friendly rice pudding with brown jasmine, almond milk, cinnamon, and a natural sweetener like stevia. It's a great way to enjoy dessert without guilt. Final thoughts on jasmine rice. Whole jasmine rice proves that healthy food can be both nutritious and enjoyable. It retains all the qualities that make jasmine rice popular: aroma, softness, and versatility, while offering the added benefits of fiber and essential minerals. For people with diabetes, it's a grain that combines comfort with smart nutrition. Up next, we'll dive into Section 10, where we'll share cooking tips and tricks to maximize the health benefits of all these rice varieties while keeping your meals flavorful and exciting. Cooking rice isn't just about following instructions on the back of the bag. The way you prepare it can significantly affect its nutritional value, flavor, and even its impact on blood sugar. For people managing diabetes, small tweaks in cooking techniques can make a world of difference. In this section, I'll share some practical, easy-to-follow tips that will help you get the most health benefits from every type of rice we've discussed. 1. Always rinse your rice. Before cooking, take a few extra minutes to rinse your rice under cold water until the water runs clear. This removes surface starches, which not only prevents the rice from becoming sticky but also slightly lowers its glycemic load. Rinsing is especially helpful for varieties like jasmine and basmati rice, which can otherwise clump together. 2. Soak for better digestion. For whole grain rice varieties like brown jasmine, wild rice, and whole arborio, soaking for 2 to 4 hours or overnight has multiple benefits. It shortens cooking time, improves texture, and helps preserve the raya's natural nutrients. Soaking also makes the rice easier to digest by breaking down some of the naturally occurring compounds that can cause bloating. 3. Cook with flavor, not fats. A common mistake people make when trying to make rice taste better is loading it with butter or heavy sauces. Instead, enhance the natural flavors with herbs, spices, and healthy broths. Use vegetable or chicken broth instead of water for an added depth of flavor. Add garlic, onions, or a dash of olive oil for a healthy aromatic boost. Experiment with spices like turmeric, cumin, or cinnamon. all of which have anti-inflammatory properties that benefit diabetics. 4. Control portions. Even the healthiest rice can spike blood sugar if eaten in large quantities. A good rule of thumb is 1/2 cup of cooked rice per meal, about the size of a small fist. Pair this with double the amount of vegetables and a lean protein source like fish, chicken, or tofu. This simple plate balance can dramatically improve blood sugar control. 5. Try the cook, cool, and reheat method. Did you know that cooling rice after cooking changes its starch structure? When rice cools, some of its starch turns into resistant starch, which acts like fiber in your body. Resistant starch is digested more slowly, which helps prevent blood sugar spikes. Cook your rice as usual. Let it cool completely. Then refrigerate for 12 hours. Reheat it gently before eating. This trick is perfect for meal prepping, and the rice still tastes fresh when reheated. 6. Mix rice with other grains. You don't have to eat just rice on its own. Try combining it with other high-fiber, low GI grains like quinoa, bulgur, or barley. A half-and-half mix of wild rice and quinoa, for example, is not only visually appealing but also delivers a powerful combo of protein, fiber, and essential minerals. 7. Batch cooking for busy weeks. Cooking a large pot of rice at the start of the week can save time and help you stick to healthy eating habits. Store the rice in airtight containers in the fridge for up to 4 days or freeze portions for up to a month. Having pre-cooked rice ready means you can whip up quick meals, stir-fries, rice bowls, or salads, without resorting to less healthy takeout options. 8. Use healthy pairings. Rice is rarely eaten alone, and what you pair it with matters as much as the rice itself. Add colorful vegetables, broccoli, bell peppers, spinach, or carrots add fiber and essential nutrients. Include healthy fats, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, a few slices of avocado, or a sprinkle of nuts can slow digestion and improve satiety. Lean protein is key. Pair rice with fish, chicken, beans, or tofu to create a balanced, diabetes-friendly plate. 9. Spice it up for extra benefits. Spices don't just add flavor, many of them have powerful health benefits. For instance, cinnamon can help regulate blood sugar. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties. Garlic and ginger boost immunity and digestion. Adding these to your rice while it cooks can transform a simple dish into something both delicious and therapeutic. 10. Go light on sauces. Watch out for heavy sauces, especially store-bought ones that are high in sugar and sodium. Instead, make your own simple sauces with ingredients like olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, or low-sodium soy sauce. These are healthier and enhance the flavor without spiking blood sugar. A story from real life. Karen, a 64-year-old retired teacher from Florida, told me how batch cooking rice and pairing it with simple stir-fried vegetables completely changed her weekly routine. I used to skip cooking on busy nights and order fast food, she said. But now I make a big pot of brown jasmine rice on Sundays, and I can throw together quick, healthy meals in minutes. My blood sugar numbers have never been better. Final thoughts. Cooking rice for better health isn't complicated, it's about being intentional with every step. From soaking to pairing it with the right foods. Once you master these techniques, you'll realize that eating diabetes-friendly meals can be both satisfying and flavorful. Up next, we'll dive into section 11, where we'll explore why fiber is the key to stable blood sugar and how rice varieties rich in fiber can keep you full and energized. When it comes to managing diabetes, fiber is one of your body's greatest allies. Unlike simple carbohydrates that break down quickly into glucose, fiber slows everything down. It's like having a traffic light for sugar in your bloodstream, ensuring a steady, controlled release rather than a rush that causes spikes and crashes. Many of the rice varieties we've discussed, whole arborio, red rice, black rice, basmati, wild rice, and brown jasmine, owe their diabetes-friendly benefits to their high fiber content. Why fiber matters for blood sugar. Fiber is essentially the part of plant foods that your body can't fully digest. Instead of turning into sugar, it passes through your digestive system, helping to regulate how quickly other foods are broken down. This means that when you eat a high-fiber meal, your blood sugar levels rise more slowly and steadily. For people with diabetes or prediabetes, this is crucial. Rapid spikes in blood sugar can overwork your pancreas and lead to higher insulin resistance over time. Fiber helps prevent this by smoothing out the peaks and valleys of blood sugar response after meals. Types of fiber you need. There are two main types of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble fiber, and both play a role in diabetes management. Soluble fiber dissolves in water, forming a gel-like substance that slows digestion. This helps reduce glucose absorption and keeps you feeling fuller longer. Many whole grain rice varieties contain a good amount of soluble fiber. Insoluble fiber adds bulk to your stool and supports healthy digestion. While it doesn't directly impact blood sugar, it helps with overall gut health and metabolism, which indirectly benefits glucose control. How much fiber do you need? Most health experts recommend at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber daily. However, the average American gets less than 15 grams per day, far below the target. This gap is one of the reasons why blood sugar issues and digestive problems are so common. By incorporating high-fiber rice into your meals, you can easily boost your intake while still enjoying the comfort of a warm, satisfying grain. Rice varieties rich in fiber. Wild rice. 1 cup of cooked wild rice provides about 3 grams of fiber and is packed with protein. Black rice offers 2 to 3 grams of fiber per serving along with antioxidants. Red rice, high in fiber and anthocyanins, making it both gut-friendly and heart-healthy. Brown basmati or jasmine. These varieties retain their outer bran layers, providing 2 to 4 grams of fiber per serving, depending on the portion size. Whole arborio rice, though creamy, it's still high in fiber compared to its white counterpart, making risotto a healthier choice. The fullness factor. One of fiber's most overlooked benefits is how it keeps you full longer. When you eat a high-fiber meal, you don't get hungry as quickly, which can help with weight management, another key factor in controlling diabetes. For example, a half-cup serving of red rice paired with lean protein and vegetables can leave you satisfied for hours, whereas white rice might leave you hungry again in less than 90 minutes. Real-life story. Tom, a 66-year-old retired postal worker from North Carolina, used to feel like he was always snacking, even after meals. His doctor recommended adding more high-fiber foods, and Tom switched from white rice to black rice. The difference was amazing. He told me, "I no longer get those cravings an hour after lunch. My blood sugar readings have been steady, and I've even lost a few pounds without trying." How to add more fiber to your rice dishes. Mix grains. Try combining rice with other fiber-rich grains like quinoa or barley. Add vegetables. Toss in chopped spinach, kale, or bell peppers to double the fiber content. Use legumes. Pair rice with lentils, chickpeas, or black beans for a fiber and protein boost. Keep the skins when using vegetables in stir-fries or bowls. Leave the skins on when possible for extra fiber. Cooking tip to preserve fiber. The way you cook rice can impact its nutritional quality. Avoid overcooking rice until it's mushy, as this can raise its glycemic index slightly and make it digest faster. Aim for a firm, slightly chewy texture, especially with whole grain rice varieties like wild or red rice. This preserves both the flavor and the health benefits. Fiber beyond rice. while rice is a great source of fiber. Don't forget to add other fiber-rich foods to your daily diet. Vegetables. Fruits with skin, like apples and pears. Chia seeds, flax seeds, and whole grains all contribute to your daily goal. Think of fiber as part of your overall meal plan, not just something you get from one ingredient. Final thoughts on fiber. When you focus on fiber, you naturally improve your diet quality and blood sugar control. Whole grain rice varieties are a simple, tasty way to hit your fiber goals while still enjoying your favorite comfort foods. Instead of seeing rice as the bad guy, think of it as a helpful partner, as long as you choose the right type and pair it with balanced ingredients. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at ancient rice traditions and how cultures around the world have used these grains not only for nourishment but also for healing and longevity. Rice has been a cornerstone of human diets for thousands of years, feeding entire civilizations and shaping cultural traditions. From the rice paddies of Southeast Asia to the wild rice lakes of North America, this humble grain has always been more than just food. It's been a symbol of life, prosperity, and community. In this section, let's take a journey through ancient rice traditions and explore what we can learn from how our ancestors prepared and consumed rice, especially when it comes to health and balance. The roots of rice cultivation. Rice is believed to have been cultivated as early as 9,000 years ago in regions of China, India, and Thailand. Over time, it spread across Asia and beyond, becoming a staple food for billions of people. Each culture developed unique ways to prepare rice, often pairing it with vegetables, legumes, and spices to create complete and balanced meals. What's interesting is that these traditional rice dishes were naturally healthy. Our ancestors didn't strip the rice of its bran and germ layers, as is common with modern white rice. Instead, they ate whole grain rice, which provided fiber, vitamins, and minerals, the very nutrients we now recognize as critical for managing blood sugar and maintaining energy. Rice in Asian traditions. In countries like Japan, Thailand, and India, rice has long been considered a sacred food. Japanese farmers, for example, cultivated short grain rice that was eaten alongside miso soup, pickled vegetables, and fish, a diet that we now know is heart-healthy and diabetes-friendly. In India, aromatic basmati rice was often paired with lentils, dal, and vegetables, creating a meal rich in both fiber and plant-based protein. One key lesson we can take from these cultures is portion control. In traditional Japanese or Thai meals, rice is served as part of a larger meal, but never in oversized portions. Instead, the plate is balanced with vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats, a habit that supports stable blood sugar levels. Native American wild rice traditions. Wild rice holds a special place in the history of North America. For centuries, indigenous tribes in the Great Lakes region hand-harvested wild rice from lakes and rivers, drying it under the sun and roasting it to bring out its nutty flavor. They valued wild rice not just for its taste but for its incredible nutritional benefits, which provided strength during long winters. Wild rice was often combined with game meats like venison or fish, creating hearty, protein-rich meals that sustained energy for hours. This tradition of pairing rice with protein and healthy fats is something we can still apply today to improve our overall diet and blood sugar management. Rice in the Mediterranean and Middle East. In countries like Turkey, Lebanon, and Greece, rice was often cooked with herbs, spices, and olive oil, staples of the Mediterranean diet, which is known for its heart-protective benefits. Dishes like stuffed grape leaves, dolma, and pilafs feature rice cooked slowly with vegetables and healthy fats. The use of aromatic spices like cinnamon, turmeric, and cloves also added anti-inflammatory benefits to these meals. Lessons for modern diets. The common thread among these ancient rice traditions is balance and simplicity. Rice was rarely eaten alone. Instead, it was part of a well-rounded plate filled with vegetables, herbs, legumes, and lean proteins. This natural balance ensured meals were satisfying, nutrient-rich, and low on the glycemic scale, exactly the kind of meal plan recommended for people managing diabetes today. For example, a Japanese rice bowl might feature brown rice topped with grilled salmon, steamed greens, and a side of miso soup. An Indian thali could include basmati rice, lentils, vegetable curry, and a small serving of yogurt. A Native American-inspired bowl might combine wild rice with roasted squash, cranberries, and a sprinkle of nuts. Each of these meals is high in fiber, packed with antioxidants, and designed to keep blood sugar stable. A story of tradition and health. I once spoke to Barbara, a 70-year-old retired teacher from California, who shared how revisiting her grandmother's cooking helped her improve her diet. My grandmother was from Thailand. She told me she always cooked jasmine rice with fresh vegetables, herbs, and a little fish or chicken. I realized I'd lost that balance when I started eating modern processed foods. Going back to her recipes has made me feel more energetic and in control of my blood sugar. How to bring ancient wisdom into your kitchen. You don't need to live in a rice-growing country to benefit from these traditions. Here are some easy ways to bring ancient rice wisdom into your meals. Choose whole grain rice. Avoid heavily processed white rice and opt for wild, red, black, or brown varieties. Pair rice with vegetables and lean proteins, just like in traditional dishes. Balance your plate with colorful, fiber-rich vegetables and healthy proteins. Use herbs and spices. Boost both flavor and health benefits by cooking rice with turmeric, ginger, garlic, or bay leaves. Cook in smaller batches. Eat rice as a side dish, not the main star of your meal. To keep portions healthy. Final thoughts on ancient traditions. Our ancestors didn't rely on strict diets or calorie counting, they simply followed natural, balanced eating patterns. By reintroducing these time-tested traditions into our modern kitchens, we can enjoy the best of both worlds. Delicious meals that are also great for managing blood sugar and improving overall health. In the next section, we'll explore how to pair rice with healthy meals to create satisfying, diabetes-friendly dishes that keep your energy steady and your taste buds happy. Rice by itself is a versatile base, but the real magic happens when you pair it with the right foods. For people managing diabetes, what you eat alongside your rice can make the difference between a blood sugar spike and a steady, balanced meal. In this section, we'll dive into smart ways to pair rice with proteins, vegetables, and healthy fats, combinations that not only taste amazing but also work with your body to keep energy levels stable. Why pairing matters. When eaten alone, rice, even the healthiest type, is still a source of carbohydrates. While slow-digesting varieties like wild or brown jasmine rice are better for blood sugar control. Pairing them with protein, fiber-rich vegetables, and healthy fats slows digestion even further. This combination lowers the overall glycemic impact of the meal, meaning your blood sugar rises more gradually and stays steady for longer. Think of rice as the supporting actor rather than the main star. A plate that's half vegetables, a quarter protein, and a quarter rice will not only satisfy your hunger but also give you a well-rounded mix of nutrients. Protein-rich pairings. Adding lean protein to rice is one of the simplest ways to stabilize blood sugar. Protein takes longer to digest and doesn't raise blood sugar levels on its own. Here are some great combinations. Grilled chicken breast with wild rice and steamed broccoli. Salmon with black rice and roasted asparagus. Turkey stir-fry with brown basmati rice and bell peppers. Shrimp and vegetable curry served over jasmine rice. Plant-based proteins work just as well. Lentils, black beans, or chickpeas combined with rice create a complete protein. which is especially great for vegetarians. For example, a red rice and lentil bowl with sautéed spinach and a sprinkle of feta cheese is both satisfying and nutrient-dense. Veggies are your best friend. Vegetables add bulk, flavor, and fiber to your plate without adding a lot of extra calories or carbohydrates. Pairing rice with non-starchy vegetables like zucchini, spinach, or bell peppers creates a filling, colorful meal that keeps blood sugar in check. One of my favorite combinations is black rice with roasted vegetables. Toss carrots, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts with olive oil and garlic. Roast them until caramelized, and serve them over a bed of black rice. The result is a nutrient-packed dish that looks as beautiful as it tastes. Healthy fats to slow digestion. Adding healthy fats like avocado, nuts, or olive oil can further slow the release of glucose into the bloodstream. For example, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over a bowl of wild rice and vegetables not only enhances the flavor but also makes the meal more satisfying. Here are a few healthy fat pairings. Brown jasmine rice with avocado slices and grilled chicken. Red rice salad with a handful of walnuts and a lemon olive oil dressing. Basmati rice topped with roasted almonds and a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Spices and herbs to boost health. Spices don't just add flavor, they bring health benefits too. Cinnamon, for example, has been shown to help improve insulin sensitivity. Turmeric is well known for its anti-inflammatory properties. And garlic supports heart health. Adding these spices to your rice or the vegetables you pair with it can turn a simple dish into a healing meal. Portion control made easy. One of the biggest challenges with rice is portion size. It's easy to overeat, especially when rice is the main focus of a meal. I often recommend the 1/4 plate rule. Fill half of your plate with vegetables, a quarter with lean protein, and just a quarter with rice. This balance ensures you're getting enough fiber, protein, and healthy carbs without overloading your body with glucose. Real-life meal example. Imagine this dinner plate. 1/2 plate, roasted Brussels sprouts and carrots. 1/4 plate, grilled salmon with a squeeze of lemon. 1/4 plate, a scoop of black rice with a sprinkle of chopped parsley. This meal is colorful, filling, and designed to keep your blood sugar steady. Plus, the variety of flavors and textures makes it truly enjoyable. A story from my kitchen. I remember cooking for my friend Helen, a 59-year-old nurse from Georgia who had just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. She was worried about giving up rice because it was a big part of her Southern comfort meals. I made her a simple plate of wild rice with sautéed shrimp and collard greens. "This tastes amazing," she said, "and I don't feel like I'm missing anything." That's the beauty of pairing. When done right, you can still enjoy your favorite foods without guilt. Meal prep tips for busy weeks. To make healthy pairing easy, cook a batch of rice at the start of the week and prepare several types of vegetables, roasted, steamed, or sautéed. Keep lean proteins like chicken, fish, or beans ready to go. That way, you can quickly mix and match these components to create balanced meals in minutes. Final thoughts on pairing. The secret to enjoying rice while managing diabetes isn't about cutting it out, it's about what you put on the plate with it. By combining rice with protein, colorful veggies, and healthy fats, you can create satisfying meals that nourish your body and stabilize blood sugar. In the next section, we'll look at simple recipe ideas that use these pairing principles, giving you practical ways to enjoy delicious, diabetes-friendly rice dishes every day. When it comes to managing diabetes, what you eat matters just as much as how you prepare it. The good news is that healthy meals don't have to be boring. With the right rice varieties and simple, wholesome ingredients, you can create dishes that are both flavorful and diabetes-friendly. In this section, I'll share easy, practical recipe ideas that anyone can make at home, inspired by the rice varieties we've covered so far. 1. Wild rice and roasted vegetable bowl. This hearty, colorful bowl is packed with fiber, antioxidants, and plant-based goodness. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked wild rice, roasted sweet potatoes, zucchini, and bell peppers, a handful of baby spinach, and a drizzle of olive oil with lemon juice. Why it's great: wild rice's high protein and fiber help stabilize blood sugar, while the vegetables add vitamins and minerals. 2. Creamy arborio mushroom risotto, whole grain. This is the perfect dish for those who love comfort food. Ingredients: 1 cup whole arborio rice, 2 cups homemade vegetable broth, mushrooms, garlic, onions, a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese, and fresh parsley. Tip: slowly stir warm broth into the rice for that classic creamy texture. But skip heavy cream, the rice itself will create the creaminess. Why it's great: the fiber in whole arborio rice slows carb absorption, and mushrooms add antioxidants. 3. Red rice and lentil salad. This dish is fresh, filling, and perfect for lunch. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked red rice, 1/2 cup cooked lentils, diced tomatoes, cucumbers, and fresh herbs like parsley or mint. Add a light dressing of olive oil and lemon juice. Why it's great: lentils and red rice together create a complete protein, while the fiber ensures slow digestion and stable energy. 4. Black rice and grilled salmon plate. This feels like a gourmet meal but is surprisingly easy to make. Ingredients: 1 cup black rice, a salmon fillet, steamed broccoli, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. Why it's great: black rice provides antioxidants, while salmon delivers omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and improve heart health. 5. Brown basmati curry bowl. Bring a touch of Indian flavor to your table. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked brown basmati rice, chickpea curry, chickpeas, tomatoes, garlic, and turmeric, and a side of steamed green beans. Why it's great: brown basmati has a lower GI, and chickpeas add both fiber and plant-based protein. 6. Jasmine rice with coconut chicken stir-fry. A fragrant dish that's perfect for weeknights. Ingredients: 1 cup brown jasmine rice, diced chicken breast, coconut milk, snow peas, carrots, and a hint of ginger. Tip: use minimal oil and add herbs like cilantro for extra flavor. Why it's great: jasmine rice's mild sweetness pairs perfectly with lean protein and healthy fats from coconut milk. 7. Wild rice and spinach soup. This warming dish is a go-to for colder months. Ingredients: 1 cup wild rice, onions, garlic, celery, carrots, baby spinach, and a low-sodium broth. Why it's great: it's high in fiber, hydrating, and loaded with vitamins and minerals. 8. Red rice and avocado bowl. Perfect for a quick, balanced meal. Ingredients: 1 cup red rice, 1/2 avocado, sliced, cherry tomatoes, grilled chicken strips, and a drizzle of olive oil. Why it's great: healthy fats from avocado improve satiety and balance blood sugar. 9. Black rice pudding, diabetes-friendly dessert. A sweet treat that doesn't spike your sugar levels. Ingredients: 1/2 cup black rice, almond milk, a dash of cinnamon, and a natural sweetener like stevia or monk fruit. Tip: top with fresh berries for added antioxidants. Why it's great: black rice and berries are both rich in antioxidants, making this dessert both indulgent and health-conscious. 10. Veggie-packed basmati rice bowl. For a quick and vibrant lunch. Ingredients: 1 cup brown basmati rice, sautéed zucchini, mushrooms, bell peppers, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. Why it's great. A low GI base combined with fiber-packed vegetables keeps you full and energized. 11. Grilled shrimp and jasmine rice stir-fry. A quick, protein-packed dish with a light Asian twist. Ingredients: 1 cup brown jasmine rice, grilled shrimp, snap peas, garlic, and a splash of low-sodium soy sauce. Why it's great. High-protein shrimp with jasmine rice makes for a balanced, low GI meal. 12. Wild rice and turkey chili. A cozy dish perfect for meal prep. Ingredients: 1 cup wild rice, ground turkey, kidney beans, diced tomatoes, onions, and chili spices. Why it's great. Lean protein and fiber from beans and wild rice create a satisfying, blood sugar-friendly comfort food. 13. Red rice with roasted veggie medley. Ideal for a hearty plant-based dinner. Ingredients: red rice, roasted cauliflower, carrots, eggplant, and a touch of tahini sauce. Why it's great. Plant-based meals rich in fiber are excellent for steady glucose levels. 14. Black rice Buddha bowl. A colorful, nutrient-packed bowl. Ingredients: black rice, sautéed kale, roasted chickpeas, shredded carrots, and a tahini lemon drizzle. Why it's great. It combines protein, fiber, and healthy fats for complete satiety. 15. Basmati rice with grilled chicken and veggies. A simple, balanced dinner that never fails. Ingredients: brown basmati rice, grilled chicken, steamed broccoli, and a side salad. Why it's great. It's a classic balanced plate that's both heart-healthy and diabetes-friendly. Tips for using these recipes. Batch cook rice. Cook 2 to 3 types of rice at once and store them in airtight containers for quick meals throughout the week. Use fresh herbs, add parsley, basil, or cilantro to elevate the taste without adding extra calories. Think about colors. A colorful plate is usually a nutrient-rich plate. Final thoughts on recipes. These 15 recipes are designed to make your meals exciting, balanced, and easy to prepare, all while keeping blood sugar levels stable. By mixing different rice varieties with vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats, you can enjoy satisfying dishes that nourish both your body and your soul. In the next section, we'll wrap everything up with final tips and must-try recipes to help you start your diabetes-friendly rice journey today. As we've explored throughout this guide, rice doesn't have to be the bad guy when it comes to managing diabetes. The secret lies in choosing the right varieties, preparing them thoughtfully, and pairing them with foods that support steady blood sugar. In this final section, let's tie everything together with some practical tips and a few must-try recipe combinations you can start using right away. Key takeaways about diabetes-friendly rice. Choose whole grain varieties: red, black, wild, brown basmati, and brown jasmine rice all retain their bran and germ layers, which provide essential fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Mind the glycemic index, GI, lower GI rice, like basmati or wild rice, helps prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar. Portion matters. A 1/2 cup serving of cooked rice, paired with lean protein and vegetables, keeps your meals balanced and satisfying. Cook smart. Rinsing, soaking, and cooling rice before reheating can all improve its texture and lower its GI. Flavor naturally. Use herbs, spices, and healthy oils to enhance taste without relying on heavy, sugary sauces. 3 must-try meal ideas. 1. The Power Plate. Base: 1/2 cup of wild rice. Protein: grilled salmon or chicken. Sides: steamed broccoli, roasted carrots, and a drizzle of olive oil. Why it works. The combination of wild rice, fiber, and salmon, healthy fats, slows digestion. while veggies add antioxidants and vitamins. 2. Red rice Mediterranean bowl. Base, 1/2 cup cooked red rice. Protein and veggies, chickpeas, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, and baby spinach. Extras, a sprinkle of feta cheese and a lemon olive oil dressing. Why it works: a balance of plant-based protein, fiber, and healthy fats makes this meal filling and diabetes-friendly. 3. Black rice and Thai curry plate. Base, 1/2 cup black rice. Main, light coconut curry with chicken or shrimp and assorted vegetables like bell peppers and zucchini. Why it works: black rye is slow-digesting carbs, and the healthy fats in coconut milk work together to keep blood sugar stable. Tips for building your weekly meal plan. Plan ahead. Cook 2 types of rice at the start of the week and store them in the fridge for quick mix and match meals. Rotate rice varieties, switching between red, black, wild, and basmati rice keeps your meals interesting while providing a wide range of nutrients. Batch veggies. Roast a tray of mixed vegetables to use throughout the week with different rice-based dishes. Add herbs and spices. Enhance both taste and health benefits with turmeric, cinnamon, or fresh parsley. The emotional side of eating rice. For many of us, rice isn't just food, it's tradition, comfort, and a connection to family. The good news is you don't have to give it up. By making smarter choices, you can continue to enjoy the foods you love while taking control of your health. Take my friend Carol, a 65-year-old retiree from Texas. She told me she thought her days of enjoying rice were over after her diabetes diagnosis. But when she started experimenting with brown basmati and wild rice bowls, she realized she could still enjoy hearty, satisfying meals. "I feel like I got a piece of my old life back," she said. "But now, it's even better because I know I'm taking care of myself." Your next step. Now that you know which rice varieties are best for diabetes, the next step is to try them in your own kitchen. Start with just 1 new type of rice this week. Cook it using the techniques we discussed: soaking, rinsing, and pairing it with colorful vegetables and lean protein. Notice how you feel after eating. More energy? Less hunger? More flavor? That's the difference these simple changes can make. Final encouragement. Managing diabetes is not about restriction, it's about balance. The 6 rice varieties we explored: whole arborio, red, black, basmati, wild, and jasmine, offer a world of flavors, textures, and health benefits. By incorporating them into thoughtful meals, you can enjoy the comfort of rice while protecting your blood sugar, heart, and overall wellness. So, why not get started today? Pick 1 recipe from this guide, cook it for dinner tonight, and take a step toward a healthier, happier lifestyle. Small, consistent changes add up to big results, and enjoying food you love along the way makes the journey that much sweeter. We've taken a deep dive into the world of rice and uncovered a powerful truth: you don't have to give up this beloved staple to manage diabetes. By choosing the right types of rice, whole arborio, red, black, basmati, wild, and jasmine, you can enjoy flavorful, satisfying meals without fear of blood sugar spikes. Each of these varieties offers its own unique benefits, from high fiber and antioxidants to essential minerals that support energy, heart health, and overall wellness. We also explored how simple cooking techniques like soaking, rinsing, and cooling rice can further improve its impact on your blood sugar. Pairing rice with lean proteins, fiber-rich vegetables, and healthy fats turns it into a complete, balanced meal that fuels your body for hours. The key is not about strict restriction but making smart, mindful choices. Whether it's a creamy whole arborio risotto, a colorful red rice salad, or a hearty wild rice bowl, these recipes prove that healthy eating can be both delicious and easy to prepare. Remember, Every meal is an opportunity to nourish your body and take a step toward better health. Don't wait until tomorrow to start making positive changes. The right food choices can transform how you feel today. You have the power to enjoy the foods you love. Stay healthy and live life fully, starting with your next meal. So pick one of these rice varieties. Cook it tonight and take that first confident step toward better blood sugar control and a stronger, healthier future.